Hi everybody. First I wanted to say thank you to everybody who watched my last video and commented. It's great to know that other people have had similar experiences and the positivity and friendships that cosplay has brought into their life. Unfortunately, today I'm going to be talking about a subject that isn't so positive within the cosplay community. And a lot of times I think that these articles and these videos that are being done don't come from anyone necessarily inside the cosplay community. Like, I don't think they cosplay for themselves. Hell, they might have been to a couple conventions, but I don't think that anyone who has ever cosplayed or have been in a costume would want to act this way towards other cosplayers. And the subject that I'm talking about is these top worst cosplays, like lists that you see on articles or in videos. So the first thing I want to say is that a lot of times they get these pictures from random places on the internet, or they just do a Google search for bad cosplay and these pictures show up. And a lot of times when I see these articles, and by the way, you might be asking, well, how did you see these articles? Are you actively looking for these? No. Friends of mine in the cosplay community share them on their Facebook walls, and I see that, and they obviously aren't happy with them like I am. They're not happy with them at all, and they say, this is so stupid, or how can this person say this, or this is what's wrong with cosplay, or stuff like that. So one of the funny things is on these lists, a lot of times they pick these pictures of intentionally bad costumes. Like, they were made from cheap materials like trash bags and cardboard on purpose to be funny, to be ironic. The most popular ones I see are Man-Fae, which everybody knows that he did that to be hilarious, that he wasn't being serious, that he doesn't actually think that he's a sexy girl. Sailor Bubba, who, you know, if you're not familiar with him, he went to Anime Central. A friend of mine said he was on staff. He's a big guy, he's got a nice bushy beard, and he's dressed up as Sailor Moon, and I do believe his wand is from Magical Project S, Pretty Sammy. It's not an actual Sailor Moon wand, it's from Magical Project S. And they even made a bobblehead of this guy. Also, you'll see a really old picture sometimes of this guy who is known as Sailor Bacon, and he's like in a Sailor Moon getup costume, like it's a fan-made character. I think with a brown bow, green, and he has like a bacon plushie. Obviously, those costumes aren't meant to be taken seriously, and it's really funny when I see my friends who've made intentionally bad costumes show up on these websites, and these people think that they're actually trying to pull off a character with trash bags. Yeah. My friend who gets shared, their picture is of Kakashi from Naruto. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. But yeah, Kakashi from Naruto, and she made a wig out of cut up plastic bags, okay? And it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. I believe they wore that to Heza-chan one year when I was there, and I thought it was the most friggin' hilarious shit I've seen in a while. So, one, a lot of times they get their information wrong. Two, I really hate the fact that they tend to pick on beginners. A lot of times these are like young kids or even teenagers that, you know, tried making their costume for the first time. They might not have the money nor the sewing experience to make something that looks really polished. They can't afford expensive materials. They, you know, they're just starting out, like I said, and they say that their costumes are horrible. And I think a lot of times these people who make these videos and articles don't actually ever think to themselves that, hey, maybe these people in these pictures are gonna come up on this article and feel like shit when they see their picture on there. or their video and they see themselves on there. And, you know, that, I mean, I would think, like, for me, if I was starting out, and when I was starting out, if I saw something like that, it would be very discouraging to me, and I probably would never want to try it again, because, like I said in my last video, I felt kind of like an outsider, right? So if I were to go to this convention hoping to meet other people like me, and hoping to make friends, and I see things like this that are online, it would scare me from even attempting to cosplay or go to a convention if I think that, you know, people who like the same things I do would be making fun of me as well. You know, I get bullied at school, get bullied at this convention that you were going to for fun. You know, I mean, I don't know how many people think like that, but I mean, I just think it's really discouraging that they pick on these obvious beginners. It's sad. Another thing that I really, really can't stand when it comes to these fail cosplay lists, articles, and videos is some of them do comparisons. Not all of them do. Some of them is just like a list of pictures, then you click through it, and you know, they'll have like a comment section or whatever, and some people will say some dumb shit, which you probably should never ever read because some dumb shit. So this one video is the one that sticks out in my mind because it made me see red. I was so angry it made me see red, and I wanted to punch a hole through my monitor and or go to their houses like Jay and Silent Bob and ask them if they were their username and if they said this dumb shit, and then just punch them in the face. It made me that fucking angry. So the video is called Top 5 Worst Cosplays, and the host of the video, his name is Lisa Foyles. You might have heard of her before. I think she's been on a Nickelodeon show called All That, and she might have done some other things. I'm not quite familiar. Yeah, so I think the website's called The Enthusiasts. Yeah, so anyway, the video had been up for a while. It has now since been taken down, but you can watch it on YouTube. Just look at, you know, just go to that search bar up there and search Top 5 Worst Cosplays, Lisa Foyles, and you'll find it. People have saved it as an example of, you know, you shouldn't do this. This is stupid. So she did this video where she compared bad cosplayers to what she thought were good cosplayers. And the one that pissed me off the most, that I was this close to stopping watching the whole thing, I forced myself through the whole thing, and I probably shouldn't have done it because I think I was angry for like probably a whole day. I know I shouldn't let it get to me that, but it made me so friggin' angry that she's like, there was this, I think it was in the middle of the video, she is like, and this girl cosplaying Catgirl. First off, the character's name was Felicia from Darkstalkers. It wasn't just a random Catgirl. And a lot of these fail pictures that she was using were people who obviously were beginners or that had more experience and still executed it, in my opinion, very well. And she went on to bash them and say, I think the direct quote was, "Why does anybody attempt this costume in the first place?" And then she said the only person who has ever done it right was this person. And the person that she compared those other people to was somebody who has been in the community for a long time. And this is what really bothers me, is that person didn't condone her picture being used like that. And I think anybody who takes like great pride in making their costumes look nice and polished and well put together would condone that behavior as well. Like, they wouldn't want their picture to be used to bash other people. You know, because some people who don't know those people inside the cosplay community, like people who just started, or even outside, might think that the person who they used as the best example thinks that they're the shit. You know, and in most cases, I would think in most cases they don't. They just are doing what they do because they enjoy it, and they're an artist and they want to make their stuff look as polished as possible to themselves, or have a good presentation. So that right there just annoys the piss out of me. Like, how are you going to compare to other people? And the person that they used, which is gonna bring me to my next point. The person that they used was, for the example of being awesome, was Asian, okay? And so they're comparing these other people who aren't Asian to an Asian person, and how are they gonna look like her? They can't. They're not Asian, okay? They can't possibly look like that. They don't have the same body, they don't have the same stature, they don't have that stuff. And, I mean, yes, I guess you could change some parts of yourself with plastic surgery, but why would you want to do that, you know, when being you is perfectly fine in the first place? I mean, like, if you really want to go ahead and do that, that's your prerogative. I don't care. I'm not going to hate on somebody for doing that. But, I mean, who would seriously, you know, think that far into, oh, you know, I gotta get plastic surgery so I look like this person because I want to be awesome at cosplaying? Just doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, that brings me to my next point, is race. So this really just irritates the ever-living shit out of me, is that I will see pictures on these lists and videos of people who have really well put together costumes. Like, they did amazing armor, sometimes they have LEDs on that shit, their construction is flawless, they look wonderful, but it's fail because the person happens to not be the ideal race of whoever thinks what race should cosplay. You know, a long time ago it was like, oh, only Asians should cosplay, and bullshit like that. But now apparently only light-skinned people can cosplay. That really pissed me off because I saw this perfectly awesome Yuna from Final Fantasy, and there was nothing wrong with her costume. She had all the details down. She had a wonderful, like, she had like a gradient dye on a part of her costume that shit's not easy. And so, you know, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why the hell is this person on this list? Their costume is amazing. And of course, me, being the stupid person I am, I scroll down to the comments and I'm like, oh, really? The reason why she's a fail is because she's black? Are you fucking kidding me? That pisses me off. That pisses me off to no extent. Like, how are you going to discourage these people from cosplaying? Anybody, like Middle Eastern, Asian, African American, anybody of any different skin color or skin tone, they should be able to cosplay just like anyone else. And they shouldn't have to just stick to their race or whatever, or stick to their skin color when it comes to choosing characters. They should be able to cosplay whoever they want. Because a lot of people, I find, and this is how I choose my characters, is we tend to pick characters who we have a fondness for, or often will see ourselves in them, in that character. Like, we notice they have a trait like us and our personality, and we want to cosplay them because we feel that connection to that character. Another thing that really pisses me off too is, like, I'll see another awesome, well put together costume, and the only reason why it's considered a fail is because the person happens to be overweight. I have no fucking words. It's just pure anger and disgust. I'm sorry. There's so many thoughts running through my head right now when I think of things like this, and I just can't put it into words of how much it upsets me and it concerns me. Because when I first started cosplaying, I mean, yeah, maybe this shit was going on, but I didn't notice it, and I don't think it was as prominent. But then again, the internet isn't as big as it, you know, the internet isn't as, it wasn't, sorry, as big as it is now. And it was kind of harder to get into things, so, I mean, this shit was probably going on back then, but I don't think it was as prominent, and I didn't see it. And you know what the funny thing is about these lists of bad cosplays is a lot of times, when you go to a convention, people won't say this shit to your face. Because they're afraid. Like, could you imagine somebody saying that shit to Sailor fucking Bubba, and his ass would just fucking knock them out cold? Like, seriously, they probably have a fucking broken jaw. I mean, come on. Like, nobody ever, like, it's funny because I've never seen that, but I mean, It might have happened. I mean, like, if you have a story where somebody has actually come up to you and been rude to you at a convention, please share it with me, because, like, that shit's bullshit, and those assholes need to be called out on. I mean, that shit just needs to stop. I'm just gonna, this is gonna sound hippie-ish as hell, but, like, why can't we all just get along? I understand that, you know, if a person's an asshole, they're gonna be an asshole whether they're in cosplay or not, or whether they like anime or not. I mean, there's bad people, there's good people, there's all types of shades of gray, and I ain't talking about that stupid fucking book. So it's sad, because when I went to these conventions, like, I got along with pretty much everybody, and that just, you know, like I said before, it made me feel really good. So I wonder, you know, people who cosplay and go to conventions now, who are starting off, how it makes them feel, what their experiences are like, if it's changed at all, because I feel like it has. But then again, I've gotten older, I've been cosplaying for a long time, and, you know, that same wonderment tends to, you know, fizzle off. I mean, you still enjoy it, but it's not like the, oh my god, like going to Disney World for the first time or something like that. So anyway, I want to know what you think about these types of videos and articles, whether you think that they're just all in good fun, or you think that they shouldn't be up, or if you get a guilty pleasure from looking at them, and maybe sometimes getting a giggle, but you really think that it's wrong, like you feel bad for laughing at it. Just let me know. And if there's any other subjects that you would like to hear me talk about, let me know. If it's something that is a bit too sensitive that I think for me to talk about, I'll just let you know. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!